Hello, and welcome to another jam tasting. Today we're looking at Mage. Mage is a turn-based tower defense strategy game where you play as a mage defending a battle chamber against an endless army of fantasy creatures. Your only attack is a single wave of light that radiates out from all around you, and emulates real-life wave physics. There's a shop where you can purchase crystals, mirrors, and other helpful tools you can lay out on the battlefield to modify how your wave will behave. It is a bit difficult to understand exactly how the wave interacts with all the elements on the battlefield. I would have enjoyed some sort of preview of how my attacks will play out before I actually commit to them. Your items on the battlefield are randomly reordered after each day, and I found it a bit tedious to have to reset my defenses in the places I want them every battle. Caching the locations of the battlefield or having preset configurations that the player can switch between would be a nice improvement. There are a few enemy types in the game, but a lot of them ended up feeling quite similar. Though, there were a type of enemy that builds walls to obstruct the flow of the wave. I thought that was an interesting idea, and I would have loved to see more enemies that force the player to switch up their strategies. I really enjoyed the wave effect on the attack, especially when you set up your defenses just right so you get a cascading series of effects. I feel like this game could benefit from more enemies in general, both in terms of type and just having more enemies on the board at once. I only saw at most 3 enemies on the field at once, but when it comes to wave attacks, I want to use it to wipe out a host of foes off the map. They're also always placed at the very back, and I think moving them around on the x-axis would make designing defense strategies more interesting for a player. The goofy drawing at the end of each day was a bit out of place, but hey, I'm here for it. For a turn-based defense game, I didn't feel as if I was strategizing much. It was mostly just place objects where I usually place them and then hit the attack until everything died. I feel like this game would have been better as a real-time strategy game where the enemies slowly approach you, or have an auto-attack feature of some sort if you wanted to stay as a turn-based strategy. Mage is an interesting project with a solid core concept. This game felt a bit rough around the edges in its implementation, but the elements of a fun experience are all here. I would love to see the dev flesh out and expand upon this project.